Hello, beautiful souls. I'm so glad we could join together again today. We're going to pull a few cards for the collective, see what messages Spirit has within. I feel like that one wants to come out too. So we've got a couple of messages here. They're very interesting. Very interesting. I love this because it looks like coming out from underneath a heavy cloud. First and foremost, you've recently recognized some new opportunities. A lot of exciting energy here. There's a lot of inspiration behind this. There's a lot of you want more for yourself, and you're working towards it, and all of the things are falling into place, except you're not sure how to get started. That makes it a little tricky, right? We have to figure out, where do we go from here? What's the next steps? First and foremost, we want to be organized. We want to make sure that we're not just kind of throwing ourselves out there and not having a structure in place for ourselves. Why? Because the rest of these cards are talking about some of the pitfalls that we've encountered before. Now, I also feel very strongly in this card here that we have a tendency to involve people that seem like they want good stuff for us. They say they want good stuff for us. We got the secret resentment. They have this tendency to be full of negativity, but it's like that underhanded negativity. They don't outright say, that's a terrible idea, you're never going to make it. Instead, it's the stuff that they're thinking. They do the negging type of behaviors. It's the secretly conspiring against you. Like if you were, if they had the opportunity to bat against you, they would. But you keep going back into these situations, you keep letting that energy destroy your opportunities because you want to believe that they want the best for you. It, of course we do. So I'm getting for this, we don't want to tell everybody our ideas right now. What we want to do instead is start to put the work into place. We want to start laying the foundation. We want to actually do instead of talk about. Because then we are holding ourselves accountable for the work instead of putting ourselves in a position where we can allow someone to sabotage the situation, or before we get put into a position where we start sabotaging ourselves because of the stuff that gets put into our head. And if you aren't careful about the energy that you surround yourself in, you're getting yourself into these situations where you're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then you start to doubt yourself. So I'm really just getting this whole like, this is not, you don't go to the social media and start talking about your ideas right now. In fact, you're going to keep as much as possible under wraps. Go ahead and put on a front if that's what you need to do, or go silent for a while. But what you don't want to do is continually out yourself to the people that don't want to see you thrive. And they'll never admit that, but that's the case. Okay. Um, and I'm not the type of person that sits there and says this person's responsible for your downfall, or no, because it's you. But if you are repeatedly trusting people with your ideas, trusting people with your goals, and then wondering why you never quite finish, never quite follow through. I'm getting in these situations that you self sabotage because of the energy you're surrounded in, because you don't fully trust them. You don't fully believe that they will support you if you succeed. So therefore, you don't actually want to succeed as well as you could. So you are destroying your own opportunities because of some of the situations that you continue to surround yourself in. Now, on the love front, and this is in all kinds of relationships as well, but I'm getting that this is a lot of opportunity for starting over. it got dark. It got a little messy. Things didn't go the way that they were supposed to go, and in fact, they kind of completely fell off, like big time. There is a restoration here of trust. There is an opportunity. There's beginning to see the light where it's like opening the lines of communication. The opportunity to try again is here. That's what we've got here with this Ace of Cups. We've got this opening energy between the two parties where it's like, I thought that that wasn't a possibility again. So for a lot of you, I'm getting that this is actually somebody that you have history with. But as they come back to you and approach you this time around, it's different. It's not the same kind of energy that you had before. You're both different people. Enough time has passed. You've done some learning, some healing, and growth. Kind of like gone separate ways. And you both went through some trials and tribulations too. In fact, I'm getting that there is like some of it's not that far in the past. Some of it might even be part of the reason that they are or you are reconsidering um, returning to this individual. For some of you, I'm feeling that this may be you returning to feeling open to allowing that connection to exist with someone new or meeting someone new that you can start a new phase in your life. But I definitely am getting for a lot of you that this is like um, this is a reset for someone that you possibly tried to do something with in the past, but um, it got dark, it got brutal, and maybe even a little bit of sabotage there was a factor. There's definitely like the putting down of the arms, and in fact, the arms don't exist anymore. Now it's like I can't fight. I'm not here to fight. I'm not gonna fight. Um, but I'm just feeling this openness and opportunity for this to begin again. Here's the trick though. Ain't none nobody else's business. Because as soon as you put it out there, they're gonna start throwing everything back in your face. And if you continue to return to that space of negative energy and self sabotage, you're going to cycle back again. It's not going to work out. You have to put that in the past and you have to keep this to yourself so that you have the opportunity to actually have that fresh mindset going forward. You know what I mean? So we're going to keep some things under wraps this time. This time, you're not telling people what your plans are. You're not talking about it outwardly. Not even the people that you know that you can trust. This is just about you and you. It's you against you. And what you're going to see is that there is a fresh start here that you're picking up the pieces of what was good that didn't get destroyed and being able to carry them forward into something new and that becoming something fruitful for you because what was left behind was still good. It was good stuff, and you didn't destroy everything. You have some foundation to build from. Hmm. Interesting, interesting. I'm going to go ahead and just stick with these two cards. I don't feel like I need any more. Shamanic Journey, the purpose, attunement, and your vision quest, and earth magic, fearlessness, and removing obstacles. This time around feels different because you know that you're not going to fail. You know that you have support behind you, even when they don't know the details. Like we were talking about that last video, there was some situations where you can't let the details out. You know that you have people that love you and support you and want the best for you, um, and don't need to know the details of your life in order to feel that way. Those are the friends that like you don't talk to for 6 months, and then they holler at you and they're just like, "I just want to tell you I'm so proud of you." And like you haven't even said anything about your life, and they're like, "I don't know, I just know you're up to something." There are good people around us, and they're just not the ones that are necessarily around us every day. There's people that stay connected to us throughout the long haul for the right reasons. And you're getting more in tune with who you truly are, and you're being a lot more open about that, and you're talking about that a lot more, and you're sharing a lot more about yourself, and realizing that some of the people and situations that you had around you had fallen over, if they're falling away or had fallen away recently, um, because they were very uncomfortable with you embracing and being very confident and very direct and um, I don't want to say demanding, but very just very certain and sure and confident of yourself and what you deserve and what you want and what you're here for. You shifted gears a little bit. I'm getting for some of you, there's you're not the person that you were before, and now they don't know how to relate to you. But there's no good things that come from just being stagnant all the time, right? We're here to enjoy every aspect of life. We're here to find fulfillment. We're here to experience connections. It's not just the same 5 connections you've had since high school, babe. Okay. There's so many more people out there. I had an exchange today with a young woman in the restroom at college. And she was just such a delightful person. Like, I may never see her again, and it doesn't matter. It was just that those few moments where we just like shared like an understanding of each other and was just like, yeah, I'm here with you. Like, the same. And sometimes social media allows us that, and sometimes it attracts the wrong people, but we're supposed to be out there connecting and sharing with other individuals. We're supposed to share in each other's struggles as well, to share in each other's wins. We're supposed to celebrate each other. We're supposed to grieve with each other. We are communal beings, and the more connections that we make and the more connections that we seek, now without forcing it, just they just happen naturally. By you being the most authentic version of yourself, you go out there into the world and you draw people to you with that energy. There's something about you that's very special, and the right people will see that and feel that and seek you out, and and you'll feel and see that in other people, and you'll be drawn to them, and you'll share a smile, or you'll share a conversation. You might even sit down and have a coffee with them or something, but um, something is different about this phase in your life where you just feel like it's time for change. It's time for things to progress. It's time for things going forward. You want to do things differently. Um, this is not the space for people that I hate people. These people don't exist here in this space. Okay. So if that's one of you people, you're going to be dropping that attitude real quick. I love people. I absolutely love people. I love the experiences I share with them in this life because I don't really know what else the point is. I mean, yeah, I can look at the scenery, it's beautiful. The earth is a beautiful place. Animals are wonderful creatures and they have the most amazing energy. I love plant life. Plant life feels so nice. Doesn't it have this like wonderful vibration that you can just like absorb plant life? The water and the creatures in the water. I don't necessarily want to not, don't want to come into contact with all of them, but I think they're magnificent, beautiful, amazing things that exist on this earth. And that's great. That's all fine and dandy. Like, there's so much to see. But even better, what makes our experience here so rich and rewarding is the people. It's the other people that exist in this world. The shared connection, the beings that exist here in this existence, in this parallel universe, we're in this shared existence in this space right now. That's what makes it unique. Yeah, there's plenty of things that we can complain about. There's a lot of terrible things happening in the world all the time. The one thing that combats that, and the one thing that makes us stronger, the one thing that makes life worth living and makes it better is when people with shared values and shared goals of being the best possible human being they can be come together and join together and uplift others. That's like the greatest thing that we can do as human beings here. So I cannot doom and gloom about what's happening right now. It doesn't do me any good. What it feels like, it's They want us to give up and that we don't have any power, but we are the power. We are all there is. And if we continually show support and share in these experiences and share joy and share love with each other, what we're going to find is that we can overcome what we need to. We can protect each other. We can save each other from the terrible things that are happening. We can distract, mislead. We can play the games that they can play with us. And we can protect each other and we can protect those people that are vulnerable in that way. There's some purpose that you're being drawn to. For some of you, I'm getting joining some organizations, some volunteer roles in some other situations. And for some of you, it's just individual, but there's something very big here that we're about to embark upon, and we need to look at it as an opportunity to make the world a better place. We are the ones who do that, and we do it for each other. We do it because of each other. Ooh. Love the combination the cards can bring us. Sometimes we get to explore these different mindsets and different ways of going about situations. We have here the Panther spirit for reclaiming our power and diligence. I just kind of talked about that in a more spiritual sense, but I want to talk about the tangible part, the work, doing the work. First and foremost, nobody's going to make you do anything you don't want to do. We can fight. We can fight about it. Now, obviously, there's a lot of good people out there, and there are going to be people that protect and defend. And if we all stand united, there is a great deal of success that we can find from that. But first and foremost, you have to reclaim your power. I am not going to succumb to the darkness. I'm not going to let them take me to a dark place. I'm not going to let them hurt my brothers and sisters on this planet, because we are all brothers and sisters here together. And I absolutely have the power to protect, to defend, to fight, do whatever I need to do to join together with humanity. And that comes from within. That's my power. That comes from inside of me. Nobody is going to give me that power. In fact, they want to take that power away from me. So the most important thing that I can do right now is I can say, this is who I am, this is what I believe, and I'm going to speak about it out loud. The next most important thing we do is the work. Because it's not just about talking about it. We got to actually be about it. You got to take steps. You got to join those organizations. You got to do the things that need to be done. Clean your messes up. Clean up after yourself. Work on those relationships that you have right in front of you first and foremost. Make sure that you're being the kind of person that you would want to introduce to the child you. Are you that kind of a person? Would you want to introduce that a little 4-year-old you to you today? Or are you the kind of person that you get away from them? We have to do the work, not just for ourselves, but for our community, for the people around us, for the people that are going to depend on us. There are different ways that we can go about this. For some of us, it's right here local in the own community. For some of us, we do things every day that help the people around us. You may be the head of a family. You may be someone who contributes at local resources for marginalized communities or people who lack resources. You may be able to join an organization where you can be educated about the issues that you are not knowledgeable about, so that you are empowered with the education going forward, so that you are able to, if you are in a position of privilege, able to utilize this in a way that benefits people that do not have it. Because the only good thing about having privilege is that you get to talk loud and you can speak in favor of the people that don't have it. So I can walk out there and I can say things that there are other people that cannot say. And I'm willing to put myself out there on the chopping block and say these things to shut other people up that are not saying the things that protect and respect and treat other people with goodness and dignity. We can learn how to use the power that we have, the resources that we have, towards doing better things in the world. And that's not just in the grand scheme of, we're not just talking about like political activism. We're talking about improving the world that we live in from today forward, even after we get all this mess taken care of and we get out of here and we get back to a place where we all feel a little bit safer, because it will happen, it will come. I'm talking about a day-to-day basis. You have to be about it. You can't just talk about it. You have to take responsibility for what you're capable of doing, and then actually take steps to implement those things. Not just, today I made 7 posts on social media. Did you? If you're a person with financial resources, did you put some of that money somewhere where it can benefit others? If you're a person with material resources, did you donate some of the things that you don't need anymore? Did you donate your time, your labor, your energy, your compassion? Did you open a space for healing for other individuals? I put forward my energy and effort towards providing a space for other people to feel their feelings and to work through their feelings and help them heal. I do that without asking for anything in return. Now, I know that there are people out there that will help me when I need to be helped, but that's not the point. That's not why I do it. I know that Spirit makes this possible for me because of the circle of goodness and giving. But that's not why I do it. I decided to do it because that's what I can contribute to the world and making it a better place. So own it, step up and do it. And that goes for everything. First and foremost, say what you want and then do it. Actually put the work in and do it consistently, not just when you're feeling it. Do it on the days that it's hard. Speak for the people that aren't in the room. You know, that's what we're really talking about here. Um, what you do and say behind closed doors is perhaps even more important in these days, because that's what you're really about. And if you're not willing to change that, then all this out here means nothing. So, got to change what's in here first and address that. And then you can do the things that need to be done. Thank you so much for joining with me today. Much love to all of you, and I hope that we're able to all come together and uh, share and support and find love for one another and enrich and fulfill our lives through this healing journey. As always, much love to you. See you next time.